the stream. Hey, star people! This month, we've got a very sturdy Russian spacecraft that's been orbiting Earth for 50 years, expected to come down soon. And I'll be talking about that today. And I've also got some great sky sights in May 2025 for you, starting with this one. Okay, this first cool sky sight is about your local star, the sun. You might know that the sun reached the peak of its 11-year cycle of activity in late 2024. So activity on the sun is now headed downward, but we're still so close to the peak that there's lots to see, like this giant sunspot. It's been labeled AR 4079. And this is what it looked like when it first arrived a few days ago. So see all those loops and streamers on the edge of the sun? We're looking at the side of the sun that's rotating into view, and it carried this active region from the sun's far side to its Earth-facing side a couple of days ago. And this thing came in with a bang, lots of big flares. But it's calmed down since then, although it still produced most of the smaller flares on the sun yesterday, and we still see it as a big sunspot region. It's the one that's right next to my head here. So it was 6 planet Earths wide yesterday, and now it's 7 planet Earths wide. It's so big that if you use your eclipse glasses, oops, they're upside down. If you use your eclipse glasses, you can look up there and see it on the sun. But just be really careful and remember, never look at the sun without protecting your eyes. And by the way, how do you know that these eclipse glasses that you might have had lying around since last year's total solar eclipse are still good? Just put them on and look at any bright light source. Don't look at the sun, but look at some other earthly bright light source. And if you see any light at all coming through those eclipse glasses, they're no good, just boom, throw them out. Okay, now, number 2, the Aquarid meteor shower. I talked about this shower on Monday's stream, so you might want to click back into that one for details. It peaks early this month on the mornings of May 5th and 6th, but you could catch an Aquarid meteor anytime between now and the end of May. A meteor shower is what happens when we pass through a stream of icy particles in space, in this case, left behind by the most famous of all comets, Comet Halley. Space is vast, and even moving at 18 miles per second, we on Earth take weeks to ford the Aquarid meteor stream. So you want to watch a meteor shower in a dark sky. Try EarthSky's Best Places to Stargaze page. The link is on the bottom of my screen here, and it'll give you suggestions definitely in the US and Western Europe and many other parts of the world for a dark sky location near you. These meteors radiate from near the star Eta and the constellation Aquarius, and this constellation is arcing across the southern sky before dawn now. So the hours before dawn are a great time to watch. On the mornings of May 5th and 6th, the moon will be setting a few hours before dawn. So you'll have a dark window for meteor watching. And this is a composite image by an EarthSky community member, Osama Fathi in Egypt. You likely won't see this many meteors at once, but the numbers are good for this shower. You might see an average of about 1 a minute, mostly bursts of 2 or 3 with lulls in between. Okay, now that Soviet spacecraft, it's called Cosmos 482, and it's about to fall back into Earth's atmosphere. EarthSky's Dave Adalian is here with us today to tell us about it. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Debbie. Good to see you.
Good to see you. So when is it gonna fall?
Our latest prediction is going to be very early, around 3 a.m. on the 11th of May. It could be
May
late on the
11th.
10th. Yeah, there's a little give and take. We're not exactly sure. The closer it gets to that time, the more precisely we will know.
Okay. So this isn't just an ordinary satellite, right? It's a spacecraft.
It's not just a spacecraft, it's a 1972 Soviet era 1,000-pound titanium encased Venusian probe. It is designed
Wow.
to survive re-entry into the Venusian atmosphere.
Wow. And so
And
that means it's gonna probably serve Earth's atmosphere is much less dense than the atmosphere of Venus, so it's probably gonna survive re-entry into Earth's atmosphere.
that's true. There's a lot less sulfuric acid on Earth than there is
Yeah,
on
well,
Venus. Venus is
yeah,
an
there's
extremely
that.
it's an
Right.
extremely hostile environment. It has pressure that will crush you. It has heat that would melt lead. It has poisonous atmosphere. It is not a good place to be.
Okay,
And
so
so
that spacecraft.
this probe was designed to survive that. In fact, the sister probes did survive. Some of them up to about an hour or so on the surface of Venus. So this thing is built
Wow.
tough.
Wow. Okay, so you're gonna be live streaming about this next week, right? As we get closer to the time when it'll fall, night of May 10th or on May 11th. As that approaches, scientists will start to pin down where it might fall, correct?
That's right. And you can visit earthsky.org to get the latest numbers. We'll have that up. In fact, we just updated it moments ago.
Okay,
So
awesome. And
that is
so,
definitely the place to be.
yes, and so tell me, uh, will some people see it as it falls?
If you have a night sky overhead at that time, you may in fact see this thing. It's going to fall between 50 north and 50 south latitude, and that's where 90% of human beings live on Earth. So there's a high chance it will pass over you at some point. And if it's falling when it does that, you will see it. It'll glow. It'll glow
Wow, wow.
brightly. It will, yeah, you won't
Okay.
miss it.
Okay, so you're gonna be talking about this on May the 8th, correct? At 12:15 Central
Um,
Daylight Time or 17:15 UTC. Next Wednesday, is that the 8th?
Actually, I believe it is
Are you checking?
Wednesday the 7th. Wednesday is the 7th, and yeah, it's going to be at
Oh, Wednesday the
1750
7th.
Universal Time, Wednesday, May the 7th. And I'll be talking to Dr. Vishnu Reddy, and he is a specialist in this kind of thing from the University of Arizona. It should be a great talk. I hope you all can join us.
Wow.
Way cool. It is
Okay,
way cool, Rick.
yes.
You're right. Rick
Hi,
Mussey in
Rick.
our audience says it is way cool. Hi, Rick. You are absolutely correct, sir. It is going to be
Yes,
way.
very cool. So everybody
I
come
hope you
back
guys
on
will be
May the
there.
7th.
So yes,
Okay, Dave,
let's
thank you.
sum up. Bye bye.
Wow, that's a hard act to follow. But back to the greatest sky sights of May 2025. And here is one that we can all enjoy, and that is this month's full moon. It's going to be called the flower moon. The crest of the full moon will fall at 11:56 Central Time for us in the Americas on May the 12th. And the moon will be below the horizon then for the Americas. But what it means is that the moon is going to look very round and full in the sky to us on both May 11th and May 12th. And here's something cool. All night on May 12th, the May full moon will lie near the red star Antares, which is the heart of the scorpion in the constellation Scorpius. So we think of this star as a summer star. And, seeing this star near the moon is a sign that summer is coming. And one more thing, this May full moon is the third of three full micro moons in a row in 2025. And that means that it'll be nearly at its farthest from Earth for the month of May on the same night that it's full. And at its farthest this month, the moon will be 251,828 miles away. And notice from this illustration that a supermoon or an especially close full moon is bigger on the sky's dome. And so it's about 30% brighter than a micromoon. And that means that if you're an observant person and you're out at night much, you will definitely notice that the full moon on May the 12th isn't casting as much light in the sky or on the ground as some full moons. Okay, finally, number 5, Jupiter. It's now the brightest object in the evening sky. And there are 2 planets up in the evening now, Jupiter and Mars. Mars is doing some cool stuff too. So come to the Visible Planet Guide at earthsky.org for charts and more. Jupiter is the brightest object in the evening sky besides the moon. It's brighter than Mars. You can see that on this chart. If Jupiter were 80 times more massive, it would be a second sun. So right now, that bright point of light that we see as Jupiter is getting close to the sunset. So see on this chart how far to the west Jupiter is when night starts. So imagine if Jupiter were a second sun, we'd be watching 2 suns go down right now. So find a place to watch the sunset, and you can watch from a city or a town because Jupiter is so bright. So maybe a rooftop or a hill, any place with a good view toward the sunset horizon, and then wait until after sunset, until the sky darkens and Jupiter pops into view. You won't have to wait long. Many will call it the evening star. But you'll know better. You'll know it's a planet. And now, here's the important and fun part. Go back to your sunset spot every few days throughout the month of May 2025. You'll find Jupiter getting closer and closer to the sunset, appearing in brighter and brighter evening twilight. And remember, this is a big planet. So it's really going behind the sun from Earth right now. So if you watch Jupiter throughout May, you'll get a reward. You'll get to think about Jupiter as a world in space traveling around the sun, just like Earth is, and going behind the sun right now. And you'll get to see Jupiter near a very young moon on May 27th and 28th. And this will be a really special sight. They'll be in a sky brightly lit by twilight. And by this month's end, Jupiter will be gone, lost in the sunset glare. We won't see Jupiter at all in June. It'll pass behind the sun from us. It'll be most behind the sun on June 24th. So those are my choices for the 5 best sky sights of May 2025. And if you like learning about the night sky, please subscribe, like, and share. One Earth, one sky, EarthSky.